Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and some more Star Wars Squadrons news. As in this video I want to discuss the recent patches, the upcoming hotfix, and also talk a little bit about the biggest issue with the game right now that I think is completely breaking the balance of fleet battles that I think most of you might be aware of, but if you aren't, I think you deserve to know about it, just because, well, you need to know when you should just leave a game because it's completely pointless to play. So first of all, as you probably know, they released a smaller patch on October 3rd, as well as patch 1.1 on October 8th, where they had some ranked placement issues that was fixed. But they did also say that they were not planning to do a rank reset as of right now, which is a little bit worrying, but I did see some other comments say that they are discussing the possibility of having a rank reset, but I personally think it would be good to reset the ranks. A few people will probably be disappointed who have farmed up a really good rank now, but overall, with all the issues from the start, I do think it's fair to the majority of the players. And personally, I've had to leave a lot of games due to teammates getting error 218, and I feel like it's pointless playing 3 or 4 versus 5, and therefore my rank got kind of messed up by that as well. But the patch also had some fixes for the fleet battles tutorial, dead zone fix for flight sticks, stability, and so on. But it didn't contain any balancing. But they have said, yes, we will routinely balance aspects of the game, including the modes themselves. And I will also recommend checking out this post on answers.ea.com, because they have listed all of the known issues there and stuff that they are working to fix that will most likely be fixed in the upcoming hotfix, such as locked frame rates, single player loading issues, and tons of more stuff. But there is also a big thing which I guess isn't really a bug but more of just bad balancing, which is the AI farming issue. This is a huge issue in the game right now, where, in short, if you win the first phase and the first battle, you can just sit back at your cruisers, farm the enemy AI until you get full morale, go for a couple of bomb runs, and then keep farming the AI, and that way you will never go down on the morale, the enemies will never get to progress and actually attack your ships. It's an incredibly scummy tactic that is pretty common. I've faced off, like, maybe every third team I've faced off against used this tactic. It might just have been unlucky, but I figure at this point, when it's so widespread in the community and as I'm seeing everyone use it, I might as well bring it up in the video as well. Because if you face off against someone doing this and you don't really understand what's going on, it's incredibly frustrating, because all they're doing is sitting inside the danger zone and farming that AI, which means you can't head in there and do anything. You can't go there and kill them because you will get insta-killed by the capital ships. And it's just, at that point, you might as well leave the game. They will just sit there, and they will also drag out the game, because it takes a while to farm up that morale, go for a bomb run, farm up that morale, and rinse and repeat. So for me, that's probably the biggest issue with the game right now. And they have confirmed that they know about this issue, but I don't see it on the answers page, and I haven't seen too many comments about it. And personally, I think that's probably a bigger issue than the actual various bugs in the game, because this just completely breaks the balance. And I hope that this is something that's going to be addressed in the upcoming hotfix. And I'm not sure, there's multiple ways they could do it, by, for instance, not having the enemy AI go into your danger zone, because I think the AI should just stick around the actual players. In that way, if the players don't go in there, you can't farm the AI either, or just reduce the amount of morale you get for farming AI, or add some type of mechanic that forces you to actually be on the offensive when you, are supposed to be attacking the capital ships. Because right now you can just sit there in the back, farm up that morale for however long you want, and you don't really get any punishment for it. And it basically means the enemy team has to just leave, unless you want to sit there for 30 minutes and know you're gonna lose the game. So if you didn't know about this and you keep ending up in frustrating games, well, if you see the enemy team getting a bunch of AI kills and they're never close so you can actually fight them, just leave the game. It's not going to be worth playing the game, it's not going to be fun, and you're not going to have a chance at winning either, because they're probably going to farm like that for the rest of the game. Also, in regards to post-launch content, this is the kind of game where, before launch, people were happy that it's not going to have a live service, it's not going to have any DLC, but it's not going to be like Battlefront 2, but now it's kind of switched over, because everyone's happy with what they got for the $40, and now people want post-launch content and DLC and a live service, but it seems like we might not be getting that. Most developers I've seen out on Twitter who used to work on this game have now moved on to other secret projects, and that's usually how it is, and it's a small team working on just these hotfixes, and they've never said anything about post-launch content. And the last thing I saw was this comment where they said adding post-launch content isn't the same as fixing bugs and balancing, We are 100% going to keep fixing issues and balance features. 2 hotfixes down already, 2 with another one on the way. So as far as I can see, I don't really see any future content coming to this game, and I'm not sure how long a game like this can survive without that. It has a really good core in terms of the gameplay, the game modes, and if you fix this AI farming issue along with some other ship balancing, it's fantastic in its core, but I'm not sure if that's enough to live on for months and years. I do think it might need something new to keep fresh, whether it's maps, maybe ships, or game modes, something like that, but it seems like that's not something they are planning unless they're keeping it completely secret. I mean, Battlefront 2's live service, if we ignore the absolutely horrendous launch, was a success. If they had monthly updates like Battlefront 2 had with some new content, it doesn't have to be that much as Battlefront 2 had, because Battlefront 2 had quite a lot of post-launch content, but something to keep people excited, to come back every maybe 3 months to have some new content to try out. I think that would be very important for a game like this, but I guess if they made this game from the start with not having that mindset, it's hard to switch that now and all of a sudden get people back working on this game to create post-launch content. So unfortunately, I don't have too high hopes for that, but that's really a shame considering how good the core of the game is. I'm not sure if they were ever planning to do like a Star Wars Squadrons 2 or Star Wars Squadrons Clone Wars. I'm sure that would be successful, but I think personally an expansion pack for the Clone Wars would probably be the best way to go around that. But that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.